Alright, boys. So Joe is firing shots at Rory and Mal for their low YouTube viewership. But let's look at how this all began, how this all started, how there used to be a podcast called the Joe Budden Podcast with Rory and Mal together, and how Joe fired them live on air because they had an issue with the actual payments they were receiving.
He still feels like he has choices and options. He feels like he's entitled to more. Rory, you are in breach of your contract, and from this point forward, you are fired, and you're not welcome back. Does anybody in here have a problem that I'm the person that has to say that?
No.
Mal, I'm the person that has to say that. The gall of you to think that you are observing the way that I am, to think that I have to come to you about a problem I have with another man. We have things sorely mistaken around here. That's not ego and arrogance. It's realism.
Spoiler, it wasn't ego and arrogance. My man is very emotional right now. He's basically broken up every deal or every partnership he's been in because he's very unaware of how he treats his own teammates. And that's exactly what happened in the situation. His team were getting paid a certain salary. They wanted to see the accounting to make sure they got paid the same amount or paid a fair amount. And he blew up and basically fired both of them because they did not trust him wholly. And he felt like them asking for accounting was basically a betrayal. But anyway, so Joe and Rory and Mal split up. They both have separate YouTube channels. And just recently, Joe is basically talking about Rory and Mal and dogging on them for low YouTube viewership and saying they want to fail in this clip right here.
Maybe you don't know this about me, and this is very binary. Anybody that I'm fly with,
I'm about to hit you.
and then we not fly no more, I want them to fail.
So dudes he was fly with, and now he's not fly with anymore. That's Rory and Mal. He wants them to fail.
I don't want them to do good, especially not with assistance from any of my people. Ice, this nigga.
Like, so it's not that I want you to do better.
No,
not with me.
that's a myth.
Like
In 2023, I'm not lying.
It's not with me.
No, not only do I want them to fail, I check every day to make sure that they're still failing.
Why you pointing at me?
I'm like, all right, he tried to get some momentum right here.
That was a very petty person, a man that can't just walk away from a deal. And hey, man, you reach a disagreement with somebody, and hey, you wish them the best. You go your way, I'll go my way. You do good, I'll do good. My man is very petty.
Nah, that ain't working, nigga. Come on, it's time to just be honest, yo. And lucky for me, by the grace of God, they are.
They all fail.
They are. Every last one of them.
I ain't gonna hold
all of them. I check every. They all bad. They all doing bad, yo.
You in your bag right now.
They
Stop.
do. Nah, for
Calm
real.
down, son.
Nah.
So you in your bag.
Hey, don't never let them tell you that God ain't real.
Hey, won't he do it? Won't he do it?
Every time he did it for all them bum ass niggas.
Calm down.
That nigga took the blessing away.
Stop.
They struggling trying to front on YouTube. I see it, nigga.
Whoa.
What? They all on YouTube.
Whoa.
Everybody.
Easy.
No. So Ish, that's what I want to tell you about.
Again, he's referencing them failing on YouTube. We can check the numbers right now. When we bring up the numbers, we can compare Joe Budden to them. So let's see Joe Budden's podcast right now. As you can see, my man is pulling in 100K on his pods and around 20K. I would say an average of 20 to 30K on his shorts. So yeah, we can see his shorts here pulling in 20 to 30K. Then the pod pulls in over 150K, which is solid numbers. Solid numbers. I thought the show would completely fall off after he kicked him off, but he's been keeping the show going pretty steady. Can't front, he's doing well. You know, like I said, like it's no malice. Like I love the show when all three of them were on, and I was upset when it happened, when the breakup happened. But the show stayed consistent. I'm not a personal viewer, so I can't speak to the content of the show. Like Joe's an entertaining person, so I know he can carry a show by himself. But the show's been doing good. The views are up there. You know, he's still 200 plus K. I've seen the video with 300K views. He's still popping. But let's check out Rory just to see if it's true or not. Are they failing like he's saying they're failing? So just for context, Joe's got 1.13 million subscribers, and his channel's been up for probably over a decade. Roryandmal, 251K subscribers. That's solid. I mean, they only been there for a year. It's a brand new channel, so they have plenty of time to grow. But I really haven't heard much from them, so you might be right about them failing. So let's look at the numbers. So the episodes are getting 40K, 50K. He might be right. They're not doing numbers. 70K on the top videos. Yeah, they're not doing Joe numbers, but these are still solid numbers for a YouTube channel. Yeah, they I wouldn't say they're failing, but like they're not really doing numbers like they should for somebody in this cultural space. Obviously, I can't speak myself. Like I'm not doing numbers either, but for somebody that came from a #1 podcast, y'all should be pulling in a lot more numbers than this. That's for sure. Let's not. Yeah. Okay, so y'all hitting 100K sometimes. Okay. So yeah, they're not failing. Like I said, they're not failing. They're still pulling in decent numbers. 181K a few months ago. They're pulling in decent numbers. You know, they scratching the 200K barrier on their more popular episodes. But Joe's still much more successful than them. But he's still a much pettier person. So despite being more successful, you can tell he's still a miserable person. He's probably going to break up with his current host right now, the Ish and whoever he's got on there. They're pretty much two yes men. That's why I started watching, just because it's like two yes men that really, you know, almost make the banter not even fun, because it's like, yo, these guys are going to agree with Joe regardless of what he says. Like they're not going to have a critical opinion. They're not going to really have honest opinions, because they saw what happened to the two guys that had honest opinions about Joe. They got fired. Well, anyway, that's it for the show. I mean, Joe's still being petty, and all of them are being successful. Joe's a little more successful than Roryandmal. But, I mean, everybody's successful. Everybody's eating. There's nobody failing on YouTube. And, yeah, that's it. That's the status of the Joe, Rory, and Mal trio that used to be and are now split up. Peace.